underdog to Oklahoma. That night, Arkansas pulled off the greatest upset in Orange Bowl history, routing Oklahoma 31-6 and denying the Sooners a national championship. Can Arkansas upset again tonight? NBC Sports presents the 1987 Orange Bowl game. Tonight, the Arkansas Razorbacks go against the Oklahoma Sooners. Tonight's game is brought to you by Chrysler. At Chrysler, they're driving to be the best. By John Hancock Financial Services, real life, real answers. And by Michelob, so exceptionally smooth, the night belongs to Michelob. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year from Miami, Florida. Right now, the Razorbacks and the Sooners are ready to kick it off in the 1987 Orange Bowl. Oklahoma wearing the maroon jerseys. These two schools have the same colors. And back deep is the fastest Razorback. Down he centers for Arkansas. Flyer. Todd Thompson is ready to kick the ball off now for Oklahoma. These teams, this is only the third meeting since 1926. Short kickoff. Centers will have a problem, though. He's got to let it bounce, and he's in deep heat now. Fields it back at the 6. And the Sooners come calling, and they get him down at the 11-yard line. Greg Thomas, a very good quarterback, brings out the offensive unit for Arkansas. They run the flex bone, they call it, very similar to the wishbone. His running backs will be Joe Johnson. And the fullback is Derek Thomas. Sammy Van Dyke. Also in the backfield, Johnson, one of the fastest backs. Van Dyke averaging 4.4 a carry. Shebest, a great receiver. He'll get the ball maybe a lot tonight. Another good receiver who's only caught 7 balls is Theo Young, the tight end. Right now, the Hawks start with 2 tight ends. They're going to run the ball at Oklahoma. End up goes to Joe Johnson, and he doesn't get much, but offensive lineman Big David Smart from Bryant, Arkansas. Limbo Parks from Kansas City. Brian White's the center. He's from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And there is the biggest hog of all, Freddie Childress, and their best offensive lineman. Last time they hit him at the Ice House, he was 350. Chris Beckett, the right tackle. Junior already in law school. He's already graduated as an undergrad. After a 2-yard gain on the first carry, Greg Thomas is ready to throw. He swings it out. Coming out of the backfield is the fullback, Derek Thomas. And
quarterbacks, when it goes to the alternate receiver, the secondary receiver, they look for helmets. The colors are the same. The only difference is there's a Razorback for Arkansas and an OU for Oklahoma.
Just saw the defensive front of the Oklahoma Sooners. Richard Reed, Dottie Williams, and Steve Bryan across the front. Outside linebackers are Darrell Reed and Troy Johnson. And now the Sooners put on the rush. Paul Miliazzo, senior linebacker from Kansas City, a key player in the defense. Dante Jones, a junior from Dallas, good player, but he's not Bosworth, and that's who he's starting for tonight. Sonny Brown has been a standout player. Starts at one corner. Ricky Dixon, a very good free safety. David Vickers made All-American at safety this year for the Sooners. And Derek White starts at the right corner. So now, Thomas looks to throw again, eludes the rush, and takes it straight ahead. Ball down the field, and let's see who gets it. Sooners think they do. So now, for Arkansas, the Razorbacks coming in with a 9-2 record. Thomas to throw again. Sooners #1 in the nation against the pass, and a drop ball. Ball is hit downfield. Patrick Collins is down there, and he's going to take the ball at the 35-yard line for Oklahoma. And Collins is out to the 44-yard line. Brian Bosworth looking on as the Sooners get set to go first down and 10. Jamel Holloway, hands up, breaking into open field for the moment is Tillman. And good defense by Arkansas. Jamel Holloway, the sophomore from Carson, California, the man who makes the wishbone go at Oklahoma. Earl Johnson's had a spectacular year at fullback after coming off an injury, averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Tillman, a senior starter, only senior in the backfield. He averages 6.5 a carry. And Patrick Collins averages an even 6 yards per pop. Wishbone handoff goes to the fullback, Earl Johnson. Derek Shepard, wide receiver for the Sooners. He's a senior, doesn't get the ball often. Keith Jackson, the best tight end in America, according to the All-America polls. The linemen are huge. John Phillips at 275 from Tulsa. This guy's a sophomore. Hudson, he's already an All-American. Travis Simpson is a senior. Anthony Phillips, brother of John. The right guard and the right tackle is Greg Johnson. Pitch back goes, and running with the ball is Collins. They miss him in the backfield, and on 3rd down and 6, Patrick Collins gets the ball across midfield to about the 49-yard. So Todd Thompson is in now to punt the ball for Oklahoma. Hits it very well into the wind. At the open end of the Orange Bowl, it is through the end zone and out. And Arkansas has the ball in this scoreless game for a second time. Sammy Van Dyke with a problem as Oklahoma was the #1 defense in America, and that's the flex ball with the other half backed off his wingbacks, really. Thomas putting up again. A good passer. He gets it out, and a drop ball by Joe Johnson. Southwest Conference does the Hatfield coach Arkansas team over that 3-year period. Here's a throw downfield. Ball is caught by Shibest. Best receiver in Arkansas history, and he's out across the 45-yard line and just caught one for 27. First down. To the run they go. Van Dyke again has a problem. By that 9 years ago, and Arkansas won 31-6 and denied Oklahoma national championship. Thomas keeps it. He's the leading rusher for Arkansas, and on the 2nd and 10 play, Shibest is back in. Thomas now he's going to keep it himself, and he puts his head down and gets the first down for Arkansas. So Oklahoma feeling some pressure early in this scoreless game as Arkansas has the only drive so far in its second possession. Area is down close to the 41-yard line. So Coach Switzer, this game means a lot to him. He's from Arkansas, played at Arkansas, and is still not gotten over the upset loss in '78. Childress about 350 pounds, and he's a second-team All-American as a sophomore. They've been going behind him. 3rd down throw by Thomas. Dumping it off with the ball. Van Dyke, and the Sooners get him short. Measured from the nearest yard marker to the upright, so it's a 52-yarder. On the way, it's not going to get there. Razorbacks have the first try at points in the game, and with 4:56, doesn't take these guys long to play a game. Right now, Oklahoma goes on offense. First back is Lydell Carr, the junior fullback. 2nd down and 5 comes up now for the Sooners. There's no score. Sooners went out 3 downs. 3 downs and out their first possession. And up again, straight up the middle to Lydell Carr. That's a whole lot better than the boa constrictor that Jericho has in his room. Pitch back. Spencer Tillman tries to turn upfield, and again, Arkansas. So far, the overpowering Oklahoma running game has been shut down. A punt unloaded downfield by Thompson. Back is Shibest. He runs it back now to the 16-yard line.
These guys are human beings. We're doing all right.
So far, the Sooners don't have a first down. Greg Thomas in trouble back at the 17-yard line. He can catch it. Don't go to him often. Play fake. Thomas keeps it himself, working hard on the 2nd and 10 play to get a hit for maybe 5. But tonight, Arkansas has had the only offense in this game so far. Quarterback draw. Called play. On a 3rd down and 4, it's going to be very close to a first down. Number 8 led the Razorbacks in rushing with 660 yards. Looking to throw. He's looking at centers. Now he dumps it off. Coming out of the backfield is Joe Johnson, who dropped one earlier.
2nd and 3. Perfect position for this football team.
Thomas with the handoff. 3rd back through the very quick running back. Now Thomas, who's throwing the ball well tonight. He's hit 4 of 6 for 46 yards under the run, and he gets away from it. Shibest is open, but he doesn't see him. James Shibest, 46 passing, 21 rushing. Sooners coming hard, and Thomas gets away. On 2nd down and almost 10, he is in up across the 45. 3rd and a long one, actually. Sooners stopping. No first down this time.
Comments, one of the best liked players on a team and also an academic All-American.
High punt hit downfield, and it's going to be fielded on the fair catch at the 19-yard line. And the possession in total yards. Payoff only on final numbers, though, and no points up yet. As Oklahoma goes to the run.
Get caught up in all the hype of Oklahoma. They'll be all right. Playing good defense, and we get some points on the board. We'll be in good shape.
You said to me just a moment ago you thought maybe tonight you might suit up.
Flanking into open field on the pitch back from Jamel Holloway is Spencer Tillman.
Marquette Hatfield's biggest fear, the electrifying offense of Oklahoma. And Oklahoma's on the board.
The extra point is hit up and good by Tim Lasher. So Oklahoma makes it happen fast. And up to that point, there'd been no first downs for Oklahoma. Now it's a 7-0 game Sooners. Another tough-to-handle kickoff that centers field back inside his 5. And Oklahoma knocks him down at the 16-yard line. Arkansas looking at a blitz. They pick up Miliazzo, the linebacker who was coming. A throw and a strike to Shibest. He's out to the 32-yard line. Working pretty well so far, but right now, Arkansas's got to get back in it as they're going for the big one. Down there is Donnie Sanders. He can't make a play on the ball. It's 7-0 Oklahoma. Up back to fullback Derek Thomas. Greg Thomas has thrown well. 5 of 8 for 63 yards. He gets some time, but he runs out of it. It's incomplete, and there's also a penalty marker down. The flex ball. Arkansas in white trailing 7-0. Second quarter. Working hard with the ball is the fullback Derek Thomas. And Spencer Tillman a short time ago ran at 77 yards for Oklahoma's touchdown. On first down, speed up the middle, and Joe Johnson. 11:54 to play in the first half. Hammond sets up. They give him time. He's got an open man. Ball is caught. Again on the field. He's at the top of your screen. And the run they go, though. Straight ahead to Joe Johnson. He has a first down for Arkansas.
Van Dyke, 21. The running back up through there.
Down his throw. Shibest is hit early. It'll be a first down for Arkansas. The 23-yard line of penalty, a 15-yarder against Oklahoma to the Sooners. There's some hitting tonight at the Orange Bowl. Like in Buffalo. Second down and 9. Throw down the middle. It's intercepted by Sonny Brown, who a year ago was the most valuable player for Oklahoma in their national championship win over Penn State. Well, Oklahoma, after the Sonny Brown interception, stops the Arkansas drive. Sooners go to the run, and very quick nose tackle Tony Cherico again.
Defensive line.
Again, Arkansas comes hitting and stops the wishbone. Backs in a lot of speed in the Oklahoma backfield. They put Stafford out. Here is Jamel Holloway. Big pressure. He gets away. A magician, but finally he runs out of tricks at the 6-yard line.
Ricky Williams all the way.
We're already down to just 8 minutes left in the first half. 7-0 Oklahoma. Very high punt with the swirling wind here at the Orange Bowl. Shibest fair catch signals and runs it back anyway, but that'll be a penalty. The cutaway jerseys on. It's brisk in South Florida tonight. Live throw to that Shibest all night. He can get open. Straight ahead give. And Marshall Foreman with his first carry.
For the ball when it's not so obvious. Second down and 13. It's pretty obvious here.
Shibest running the deep pattern. Thomas throws out the backfield, and Van Dyke puts it in the air, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jones. And filling in for Boswell. The Sooners with a 7-0 lead have not thrown a pass in this game. Holloway at quarterback. This is the play that went the distance to Taylor Tillman, but this time with a full 360. Can't get it intercepted if you don't throw it, and Oklahoma hasn't put a pass up yet. Now they try to run. Earl Johnson, the fullback. The Sooners have the ball in a 7-0 lead with 3rd and 5 up. First throw. Now Holloway gets it to the All-American Keith Jackson. The Sooners with a 10-1 mark. Go to the run. Straight ahead of Spencer. Bubble. The free ball. Let's see if turnover goes Arkansas's way.
I got to tell you, I thought I heard a whistle before the ball came loose.
Second, long 7. First back through is the fullback, and again, he's shut down by the Arkansas defense. An array of great runners in the Oklahoma backfield. They have a 6-pack of runners. They use 6 backs, and any one of them can go the distance. Tillman, quick hitter. Spencer Tillman, a senior from Tulsa. Spencer Tillman with his second touchdown of the game on the pitch back from Holloway from 21 yards out.
Great block by Patrick Collins out in front of him.
The half breaks the game open and goes in front of the extra point, 14-0 with 2:53 to play in the first half. 9 plays, 54 yards.
When you face the wishbone, what they try to do is isolate players. Now you can see there's one guy out here to try to make the tackle on Tillman. He gets blocked by the offensive line, and Tillman just skates in for his second score. The one thing that Oklahoma possesses in just sheer abundance is foot speed. Tillman has shown it twice already in his first half.
Two things you can't coach, speed and luck. They've gotten the turnovers, and Downey Centers runs it back across the 15. Arkansas is warming up its long-range bomber, Jay Cleveland, a passer who can throw it the length of the field about it. The Orange Bowl with its usual unbelievable halftime spectacular coming out. We're 2 minutes and 9 seconds from halftime. Out goes to Van Dyke. Sammy Van Dyke working hard to get out to the 28-yard line. Now Arkansas, the team that started out so strong, is troubled, down 14-0 to the heavily favored Sooners. Thomas runs out of time. Bucks some with a pump fake. Then it's gone, and second and long. Thomas stands in, lets her rip. Too much on it for Joe Johnson. The Razorbacks were also Baylor 28-14 in the ninth game. They finished with a 9-2 record at Arkansas. Swing pass. It goes out to the fullback, Derek Thomas, and he's out close to the 39-yard line. Two pitchback runs. Spencer Tillman on the payoff end both times from 77 and 21 yards out. Out pattern, drop ball by Thomas, the fullback. Greg Thomas, second and long yardage, lofts it down to Shebest, who can't hold it at the midfield stripe. Downey Centers is coming up the right flank. Thomas looking for the sideline, but he's not going to get there as the game clock is down to 19 seconds to play and running. At Cleveland. Now the punt downfield by Arkansas. No Sooner was back. They just let it hit downfield, as that will do it for the first half. Ball is down at the 15-yard line. 77-yard touchdown run started the scoring, and up to that point, midway through the second quarter, Oklahoma had not even had a first down. That'll do it for the first 15 minutes. Coach Barry Switzer heads to the locker room. With the Sooners, the game in hand at the moment, a 14-0 lead over Arkansas.
Well, they made just two bad choices the whole half. One on defense, a missed tackle, and one on offense, the interception thrown. Other than that, they played very well. I think the offensive stats will probably be pretty good for Arkansas. Time of possession certainly in favor of the Razorbacks, but that shocking foot speed of the Oklahoma wishbone, and Arkansas is down 14-0.
They don't get away from their game plan. They'll stay with those slants, but pretty soon they're going to have to go to a passing game. Right now, they're going to run back the third quarter kickoff. Taking up ahead is Marshall Foreman, and he's close to the 35-yard line. He had only one interception in the previous 11 games this season. Thomas takes a big league pop. The Texans wearing Sooner crimson is right now. The rush is on, and down goes Greg Thomas. Richard Reed gets him. Williams is from Gainesville, Texas. 4 linebackers in there from out of state. 3 from Texas, 1 from Kansas City. Here's a free ball. It's going to be ruled a sack back at the 13-yard line.
The line a bit.
Now the ball hit downfield, and Patrick Collins is back deep for Oklahoma, along with Derek White. It carries short. Greg Horn, a 47-yard punter on the average. 84% wins in his 14 years at Oklahoma. Now has his offense on the field again with a 14-0 third quarter lead. Super fast player now in the Oklahoma backfield, Anthony Stafford, as Jamel Holloway puts it up long. He's got Derek Shepard open, and Shepard takes it inside the 10 and down to the 6-yard line. The Sooners ready to try to bang it on in now with their power offense. Johnson, the fullback, gets to the 4-yard line, got only 2 or 3. Then when he signed with Oklahoma, shotgun pellets went through his front window, and handoff goes down to the 2-yard line. That's right, the last Sooner appearance of the Orange Bowl wasn't the national championship game of the Orange Bowl a year ago. It was the loss to Miami on September 29th, and now the Sooners go in again. Janelle Holloway keeps it and takes it in. Goldsmith, defensive coordinator for Arkansas, saw something he didn't like, and 6 more goes on the board for the Sooners with 10:41 to play in the third quarter. It is now 20-0 Oklahoma. Both those Tillman touchdowns set up by his beautiful faking with the ball. Drawing the tackler to him, and now Lasher hits the point after, and with 10:41 to go in the third quarter, the Sooners go on the board with another score and a 21-0 lead.
You can see the missed tackle. They almost get it done, but Holloway with great strength into the end zone.
The Oklahoma kickoff downfield. Marshall Foreman takes it up to 2. To the 21-yard line. Hit almost every play, whether they have it or not, and that's why Holloway told us he put on 20 pounds weightlifting in the offseason. He said he lost a step maybe, but he's going to survive longer. As Derek Thomas takes it at Oklahoma now. The Sooners are a team that is allowed on the average. Not good for Arkansas. The engine in the offense. Greg Thomas on the sideline, and now John Bland comes in unwarmed up. Does get the handoff off, but it gains nothing. At the top of your screen. Moves as he turns out to the 35-yard line with gains, believe it or not, only 2 yards, and a number of them are linebackers. Ball tipped away. Nicely done by Sonny Brown. Once downfield, and the catch is made and the knockdown right there at the 30-yard line. And Brian Bosworth, the suspended linebacker, had this T-shirt made up apparently. He's just put on display.
We'll try to catch what it says.
We'll show it to you. Something about the National Communists against athletes.
It's not Happy New Year.
They're both great players. You question their wisdom on the sideline at times. Handoff, and it goes to Lydell Carr, and off goes the big fullback from Enid, Oklahoma. Heading for the end zone, does not get in. He's down to the 4-yard line. Richard Brothers saved it for the moment. Sooners up 21-0 and looking for more with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. Holloway calls number 4, and Janelle has his second 6 of the night.
They've worn him down. The Razorbacks were fired up in the first quarter and a half, and the superior talent won of Oklahoma. This is back. Arkansas.
Now the extra point drilled up and through again by Lasher. So Janelle Holloway, the sophomore quarterback from Los Angeles and Carson, California, with his great quickness, turns up and in, and nobody lays a glove on him, and it's 28-0 Sooners. Fiesta Bowl here on NBC Sports, airtime at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Kickoff by Oklahoma. It's into the end zone, and Marshall Foreman downs the ball.
Shut out their opponents and ran right over them.
Thomas back in. Nicely done by Sammy Van Dyke. A spinning catch. Beaten badly. The championship went to Notre Dame. Overall defense against the run, against the pass, against scoring. Running with the ball for a first down is Greg Thomas.
They're a team that just kills your confidence, kills your emotion in the game.
End around to Theo Young, but the Sooners don't fight.
Was pleasantly surprised at their 9-2 record and second place finish in the Southwest Conference.
Out pattern to Johnson out of the backfield. Sooners brought 100 players to the Orange Bowl. A lot of guys will be winning their letter tonight.
Look at that. Eating them alive.
Donnie Jones.
I must be a great football player.
Not bad. Downfield punt. Free ball. Sooners are on it, though. Eric Mitchell, a quarterback, was back to return the kick. Oh, no, Bubba. Oklahoma with the ball in the third quarter and a 28-0 lead. End around. Here comes All-American Keith Jackson. Taking on tacklers, and he's ahead for a gain of almost 9 yards. Holloway caught that time under a pitch back from Tip ball, almost a pickoff by Ricky Dixon, the free safety. So now on 2nd down and 10, Greg Thomas has a difficult assignment against the nation's #1 defense, and here comes the rush, and down goes Thomas at the 8-yard line, the 4th sack of the night.
You see, when the bright lights are on, that's when Holloway is at his best.
Tremendous player. And maybe the Giants over Oklahoma at this point in the season.
Fumble.
Free ball, and it looks like Arkansas has it. Bubba Barrow, that freshman who made the play earlier. Open man, down he centers, he's a flyer. But the open field play is made by David Vickers.
They need to get the ball in the end zone. Make them feel good about themselves for next year.
Thomas dumps it off. Out of the backfield is Van Dyke. Not much there, but he does get 3 or 4. Well, it's after 1 quarter. Sooners broke it with a 77-yard Spencer Tillman run in the first minute of quarter number 2, and they've been rolling ever since. Joe Johnson out of the backfield is down close to the 35. That'll do it for 3 quarters at the 87 Orange Bowl with Oklahoma still in command. When the Sooners rallied back from a 17-7 deficit, the only time they've really had a problem other than the Miami game, finally beat the Huskers. 1st and 10, Arkansas. Picked off. This could go the distance. One man has a shot at him, and he gets him. Derek White picked it off, and a fleet back Aaron Jackson ran him down. Ironically, he's from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Eric Mitchell's a sensational player and also a sophomore. Hand off straight ahead. Leon Terry takes it right at Arkansas and gets inside.
There isn't a lot of drop-off when you put Eric Mitchell in there. He just has less experience than Jameel Holloway.
Leon Terry again. Everything has to be just right. Switch-swap movement on offense as they go straight ahead down to the 20-yard line. Our offense against their defensive line is going to take a big toll on Arkansas. And right now, Anthony Stafford from... Ricky Williams comes up and sticks Leon Terry. The spoken words of the boss. 3rd down, about 4. Mitchell takes it. Look out, they catch him and he gets down close to the 12-yard line. When Oklahoma was upset and lost the national championship. Mitchell on 4th down loses his footing going back. Reggie Hall was quickly on him. Arkansas, one of 6 opponents shut out this season, at least so far, by the Oklahoma #1 ranked defense. And again, time runs out for the quarterback of the Razorbacks. Tony's the guy that has a pet boa constrictor. That ain't nothing but a big worm. Sonny Brown intercepts. Another pickoff for the Sooners.
That's the 4th of the night.
Tonight on NBC. 10-12 to go in the Orange Bowl. It is 28-0 Oklahoma. Mitchell takes a look. Free ball, and it looks like, well, let's have to wait and see it. Arkansas football at the 16-yard line.
Going to try to qualify as a brakeman on a bobsled for the U.S. Olympic winter team. Wants to extend his athletic career.
Now a senior from El Paso, Texas with a long-range arm. Jay Cleveland is in, dropping to throw, but he's not going to get time. Is it a sack? Now they're going to roll him down inside about the 1-yard line.
That's 7 sacks.
Razorbacks fighting hard. Drills a line drive downfield. at 35-0. Marshall Foreman. Down at the 22-yard line. Rollout. John Bland throws a strike to Shebest, and he is across the 40, has a first down for Arkansas.
But tonight's done their share. 4 interceptions.
Bland down the rollout. Too high. Shebest might go in. Can't get to the ball. Aaron Jackson in the backfield now for Arkansas. Bland. Nothing. A couple of hard pops from the Sooners, but nothing at all for the Sooners, not even a first down. Another long, low punt.
Keith Jackson is back there. There's going to be a penalty here on Oklahoma. It's 12 men on the field.
Glenn Sullivan now in the game at quarterback for Oklahoma. And to win a letter. And off to the 7-yard line on the first down carry. In here representing the Big 8. Glenn Sullivan almost breaks one. He gets out to the 19-yard line. It's been 15 fine years AD at Soonerland. Now it's 3:16 to go. The whistle stops play. Waited for the tackler to commit, then tips back to Spencer Tillman, and he was gone. 77 yards for a touchdown. Shortly thereafter,
Just absolutely worn down.
long ball by Glenn Sullivan in position to intercept his Razorback, but he has it knocked away when his team is selected for the Orange Bowl. Gets downfield, end over end spinning kick. It's picked up on the one hop by Shebest, and he's out to midfield, and Arkansas will try one more time.
Build his football team even better.
Picked off as Oklahoma does it again. Yet another interception. Evan Gatewood, a senior linebacker. Hog up here doing some spotting. Hogs will be back in 87. Right now, Oklahoma has the ball, running the clock down to 1:41 to play. Replay producer Glenn Adamo. As Oklahoma looks for a little bit more. Derek Shepard makes the catch. Now they rule he was out of bounds. With scholarship funds of Arkansas and Oklahoma. Back up tight end. Ball now. He's going to take it all the way. Duncan Parham heads for the end zone, and he's in. 49 yards and a touchdown. As the Sooners en route to their 6th shutout of this season. They blasted Minnesota with their first shutout in the second game, 63-0.
That's a bad tradition. You know that?
It's a bad tradition. High school kids going to be doing that next season.
42-0.
Statistician Ross Schneiderman totaling the numbers, in Oklahoma now up to 361 yards rushing, close to their per season per game average. Over 400. Now Arkansas breaks one. Marshall Foreman gets out to the 35-yard line. The Orange Bowl, a hallmark event in college football. 3 of the previous 4 years, this game has decided the national championship.
Rushing yardage for the two teams. The score is pretty indicative of who got 361 and who got 44. Interception.
Picked off once again. There is a penalty marker down on the play, however. In Florida, led by Heisman Trophy winner Vinny Testaverde, second to fight it out. Outman tonight. The Oklahoma's ball.